D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So coming at you today. I'm a tiny bit behind with this one, but whatever. So I wanted to read this article because it's from a giant freaking robot. But I wanted to read this because it's talking about Logan's Run, and I like Logan's Run. But it says exclusive. All right. So wait, before I get started on this, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we just keep getting pushed to the back of the line. So please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. All right, now that I got that out of the way, let me get started on this story. Okay, so as I said before, I like Logan's Run. And we are going to talk about the fact that they are remaking it and Hugh Jackman is going to be in it. So, as I said before, this is from Giant Freaking Robot, and it says exclusive. Hugh Jackman in talks for villain in Logan's Run remake. We exclusively learned Hugh Jackman is in negotiations to play the bad guy of Gore Verbinski's upcoming Logan's Run remake. Alrighty, so if you're going to hunt down Logan in Logan's Run, it makes sense to hire Logan, right? Someone clearly thinks so because as we've learned from our trusted and proven sources, Hugh Jackman is currently in talks to star as a villain in the upcoming Logan's Run remake. We previously reported that Gore Verbinski, Pirates of the Caribbean: Curse of the Black Pearl, has been tapped to direct the feature. We don't know the precise role Hugh Jackman is in talks for, but depending on how closely Verbinski's remake follows the 1976 original, it seems likely he would play Francis Seven. The late Richard Jordan Hunt for Red October is Francis Seven in the original, a Sandman whose job it is to hunt and execute runners like the titular hero. As for who will fill Michael York's shoes for the title role, there is no word just yet. And then here is, okay, so it would be, it would be fitting to see Hugh Jackman cast as a bad guy in Logan's Run Logan's Run remake, and not just because of the nice symmetry of the name Logan, including Wolverine. Jackman is known mostly for playing heroic leads, but one of the few prominent bad guys he's gotten to play was Vincent Moore in 2015's Chappie, directed by Neil Blomkamp, District 9 and Chappie is, like Logan's Run, a dystopian sci-fi film. We'll talk about the movie in just a minute. I just want to say, though, Chappie wasn't that great of a movie. Like, it was okay. I didn't dislike it, but it was not as good as I thought it was going to be. Like, I thought it would be really good because What's-His-Face did District 9, and I really liked District 9. But it wasn't bad. Like, it just wasn't that great, in my opinion. And I have to be honest also, Hugh Jackman, I didn't really care for him in that film. Like, I kind of thought, like, he was supposed to be a bad guy, but I didn't think he was very villainesque. I thought he was more of just a douche. And maybe bad guys are douches, but I need them to be, real baddies. And he just didn't come across as, like, a real bad guy. But anyways, Hugh Jackman told Collider in 2015 he was thrilled to finally get to play villains in Chappie, as well as Blackbeard in that year's Pan, which, by the way, that movie sucked also. And we're guessing he'll feel similarly if he ends up signing on for Logan's Run. Logan's Run is perhaps not as popular as Harry Potter, The Lord of the Rings, or other record-breaking intellectual properties that Warner Brothers Discovery is desperate to milk under David Zaslav's direction. But it's a cult classic that did a lot to pave the way for dystopian sci-fi storytelling on the screen. It's particularly impossible to be taken seriously in a discussion of the films like The Hunger Games or The Matrix without the mention of Logan's Run. Very true. The story Hugh Jackman could soon be joining starts with William F. Nolan's 1967 novel Logan's Run, which was adapted into the big screen in, I'm sorry, I'm messing up reading wise, just all over the place. Maybe it's just because I'm a little bit of a hurry and everything. But okay, so the film finds what's left of humanity living under domes and taking their directions from an overseeing computer. Everyone beneath the domes is sacrificed at the age of 30, and anyone who tries to flee before their last day is labeled a runner. I'll talk about the movie in just a second. Runners are pursued by the lethal police force of Sandmen, and both Logan 5 and Francis 7, the role we believed Hugh Jackman is in talks for, are Sandmen when the film begins. Logan and Jessica 6, Jenny Ugder, I don't know how to say that, eventually become runners, with Francis pursuing them. Once we know more about the Logan's Run remake, including whether or not Hugh Jackman signs on, we'll make sure to make sure you know. Okay. So this is Logan's Run right here. This is the movie, okay? So this one. So okay, so Logan, so like they said in here, they live in a dome, all right? And it's all these young people. And when you reach the age of 30, they go through they think it's this great thing, you know, they think it's like they in the movie, they lift up towards the ceiling and then they kind of like there's like kind of like this explosion or whatnot. If I remember correctly, I haven't seen it for a long time, but I do remember liking it. So there's like this explosion or whatnot. Meanwhile, by the way, they think they can only live in these cities and their lives are pretty great and everything. And they think that when you reach 30, you like basically elevate to like, bliss and all that stuff, or like heaven, but not heaven. Cause they don't think that they die, but they do die. They get like, killed basically. And so and like they said in here, if you question that, because some people do realize that it's not true, you don't elevate to bliss or whatnot, they try to get out of the city. And they do find later on that there are people living outside of the city, and it's from what I remember, because it's been a long time since I've seen it. I did really thoroughly enjoy it, because Logan, he starts to get up there in age and he's getting a little worried about it. But I do remember liking this movie quite a bit. And I have to be honest with you, I would watch this. I would watch a remake of Logan's Run. I have to admit, they did put in their tweet, Giant Freaking Robot, that it was like highly anticipated remake. And I'm all like, are people highly anticipating this? Because I don't know about you. I feel like when it comes to remakes, if you're going to remake a movie, remake a bad movie. Don't remake a good movie. What's the point in that? I mean, besides adding fun, special, like newer, more modern special effects. But for me, I just go like, Logan's Run was a pretty good movie. Why ruin it by making a remake? I understand why they're doing it, money, cha-ching, but we'll see how it does and everything. And Hugh Jackman, I like Hugh Jackman, so I have nothing bad to say about him. I mean, granted, like I said before, I didn't really care for him in Chappie, which is this thing right here, or him in Pan as Captain Blackbeard. And then what was the third one they named? I can't remember, but it was, what are you going to do? I don't, maybe he's not a great bad guy. I don't know. Maybe he hasn't played he hasn't found the right bad guy role, but we'll see. But you might have liked him. Tell me, if you did like him. Yeah, tell me what you guys thought about this. Did you like Chappie? Do you like when Hugh Jackman plays a villain or a bad guy? How do you like your bad guys? Do you like them really bad, or do you like it where there's like a sympathetic side to them or whatnot? But yeah, tell me what you guys think about this Logan's Run remake, and you can tell me by leaving all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next video. You guys have a good day. Bye.